Hello, hello. Nice to see you, David. Nice to see you as well, Duelist. Only 5 viewers, Shepard fell off. I fell off so hard. You hear me twice? Wait, hang on then. Okay, I don't think you should hear me twice. It should be fine. So yeah, we are gonna be going into the tournament matches very soon. I'm gonna show the brackets and see exactly what matches we're gonna be watching today. Sadly, I'm not in the tournament anymore, so I won't be playing, but at least it's some pressure off my shoulders. Yo, nice to see you as well, Ezra. First time watching one of my streams. Well, it should be a very good one, and I barely ever stream, so I hope you enjoy it as well. Oh, Scrake is here too. He's a spy. Yeah, he is. Okay, so having a look at the brackets, we are gonna go to the winners semifinals. So we're gonna have M189 or M189, and he's been on a warpath. He started in round 1, the winners finals, beat Dr. Oz, Mr. D, John Eigner, definitely not Vega, which I saw as well. That was a pretty close match. Now he's gonna be fighting Darkness, which is a Brazilian player, so this is China versus Brazil here. And he is also on the warpath from the very beginning. He beat Doscalis, Sergi, Evil Rob, which I believe just lost to Corolla, so that's a bit unfortunate. But yeah, this should be a very exciting match. Then we're gonna have Nani245, which took me out, so another Brazilian player. Yeah, we have 2 Brazilian players in the semifinals. They're not fighting each other, thankfully. And it's gonna be against Silax, so China, Brazil, Brazil, France. Then in the losers bracket we have Sergi versus David, and we're gonna have an Unavailable versus Corolla most likely. So 2 Polish players, a British one, British in it, and yet another Chinese player. So it should be quite an exciting set of matches about to come. So let's see who we're gonna get to seeing first. Wait, is this the one? No, wrong one. Yeah, it would be nice if I were still playing, because then we'd have 1 Brazilian and 1 Portuguese player still in the tournament. And maybe we could do Brazil versus Portugal in the grand finals. But you know, what do you? We had Brazil versus Portugal when I played Nani, and we know how that went. Ooh, we don't mention that. We don't mention that, okay? Also, is the music too loud? Oh, also awesome pork. Thank you so much for the Novo. And his name is Chef Cena. You can't see me, man. You can't see me. Thank you so much. Hello, Chef. Hello, Paul. Did I bring an antiquarian? I do think I had one antiquarian, but I don't think so. I don't think I actually brought it in that match. Music is good. Okay, good. You don't know if it's too low or too high. Rat has returned. Nice to see you as well, Rat. Well, Silent can't play yet. He's driving. He just sent us a picture of himself driving. So yeah, Salak is driving, so no can do on that front. She is the driver! Toscles is the one driving, that's pretty cool. But yeah, let's see who else is ready to play. Well, yeah, thankfully she's the driver because he is playing. Or rather, he is texting. What comps are we expecting for the match? I will show the decks once we actually know who's playing. That would be pretty cool. I think we are gonna be seeing David versus Sergi, which should be a very interesting match because they do not like each other. So we might get some banter motivated 1v1 best of 3. Yeah, they're not too fancy on each other's company, that's for sure. They are both blocked as of this moment, so they're gonna have to use the lobby ID in the Butcher Circus. Slander more than banter. The Darkest Dungeon drama is wild. The drama goes so hard. It just never ends. Two Polish steals in the grand finals. That's not gonna happen, Corolla. You're both in the losers bracket. That's impossible. Just irrational stress clips. Nah, more like abusive. Okay, I believe the players are getting ready through their lobby ID, so let me just change up who we're going to be watching. So it's going to be Sergi, the Grim versus David. And it is a best of 3. Let's look at their decks as well. Losers bracket claims another victim. So true. Are you in the finals, Shep? Only in your heart. Only in your heart am I in the finals. I did lose in the losers bracket, yeah. Sadly, I lost in both. We'll get him next time though. Surely. I did make it relatively far. I think I'm almost top 10. Not sure if I actually made it to top 10, but oh well. If I did win, we wouldn't get the Sergi David matchup, so clearly I lost on purpose just to watch these two. Okay, so that's David's deck on the right side. And this is Sergi's deck on the left side. Mod here, permaban if you don't post Face Retropy Eyes right now. Post it, he will permaban. Do not doubt Omni. He knows what he's on about. Nah, I'd win. Nice to see you, Slurps. So yeah, in terms of the teams that they have, so Sergi sadly didn't put a name on his teams, so that's a bit unfortunate, but he has Chef Stress 2, he has the Sergi squad, Oppressive, Arbalist, then Jesser WD, and then he has an interesting damage/DOT team that he's built, but mostly damage. So yeah, a lot of his deck is focused around just damaging teams. Oppressive Arbalist, a very aggressive damage team. The Sergi squad a bit more defensive. I'm not sure if you can see my mouse hovering, probably not. But yeah, that's the second one, which is the Sergi squad. It's a flash one, very defensive and very difficult for any of David's damage teams to go through. But David has 3 stress teams, so most likely we're going to be seeing this kind of situation where Sergi wants to go for the Oppressive Arbalist, which is the 3rd team, and just be really aggressive. But if David doesn't pick one of the stress teams, or picks like a snuff on that Arbalist in the back, then he should still be perfectly fine. But if David picks one of the damage teams and Sergi goes all in with his second one, then that's pretty much just a guaranteed win for Sergi. But his second team does not do well into David's 3 final teams. So just very defensive protection stress teams. It will be quite rough. Yeah, I think he's one of the only people to actually have a Vestal on the deck. I'm on the edge of my seat watching this legendary matchup. 2 very formidable opponents facing off in the Butcher's Circus. This is a battle none of us will ever forget. You know, that's what we're praying for. That's what we're praying for, Bad Chest. Vestal is pretty good. He could try to just completely throw David off guard and bring the Vestal immediately. But I don't know. I don't know if I believe in that team. He has said it's quite decent, but I don't know if I believe it. Yeah, so because of one of them, they're not friending each other on Steam, so they're having to use the lobby ID, which is the secondary option for actually getting into a match, a dueling match in the Butcher's Circus. But it seems that the lobby ID isn't working, so they might have to unblock each other. Good luck to you too, Darkness. How's your day, Chef? It's going well. I know your day's going well too, Corolla. You already won one of the best of threes. I've never used the lobby ID feature in the Butcher Circus, so I don't even know if it works. It should. Why did I mute you in your match? You almost lost because of it. How would you almost lose because I muted you in your match? It was because you had that silly Discord ping just going on and on and on and off. And I was trying to set the live stream up, but that sound kept being there in the background. Why were you even talking during your match? Just talking to yourself. Why do they hate each other? Can I get a Keemstar here to explain? Hey, isn't Keemstar that guy? Yeah, of course you'd stop yapping and lock in. No more dilly-dallying. It's just an old, unresolved Discord drama around the Butcher Circus. Itty what itty. Hopefully they get it out in a healthy way in this match. You almost lost the flagellum because you were focused on Discord. Wait, you lost the flagellum because you were focused on Discord. Oh man. Yeah, and for some reason just muting you didn't work, so that's why I had to server mute you. The sound kept showing up with the Discord, like, push the talk thing. After this, we should be watching Silak against 9245, so that's also going to be a very interesting one. Because we haven't really watched Silak play too much. We watched him play one very difficult match, but the rest of his bracket wasn't too complicated. He started in round 2, so he didn't have to fight that many matches. Can't watch it now, no! So yeah, if I were Sergi, I mean, I'm not the best person to think about the counter picks actually, because I don't know what's been happening to me. I always get screwed over before the match actually happens. I always pick the wrong team. Always get counter picked. It's absolutely insane. And it's happened with like 3 opponents in a row. It happened with me and Silak once. It happened against me and Nani245. Happened with me and Sergi. It's a complete disaster. But I'd have to say that he should probably expect David to pick one of the stress teams, because if he doesn't, then he's just going to be stuck on one damage team. So he's probably going to pick more of a balanced stress team. Washed, says Lux now. It's just before the match. During the match, I'm not washed. I lock in dirty. Get down and dirty for the win. You got bad enough RNG to lose anyway. That's what we call a skill issue, duelist. Oh, nice to see you, Echoes. They're trying to use the lobby ID feature, but it's not working. You know, if you really believe in it, Lux, I believe in you as well. Okay, so one of the tournament organizers, since it's not working, he's asking one of the players to unblock the other and add him just for the match. We're gonna see if they actually go through with it. With power friends in anime. Wait, Tosculus is back, which means Salak is back as well. Proxy battle already? Not quite, not quite. They don't have to proxy battle. I really hope we don't have to proxy battle. Especially because, no, I wouldn't be able to do it anymore because I need to live stream it. Makes it unfair. But I would have the kitty on the background. And while it's very soothing for me and helps me concentrate, I don't imagine the same would be for, for other people. Proxy battle is basically when one person plays for another against another person that is playing for another, and they tell each other the moves if the original two people can't connect for some reason. So yeah, this would be one of the situations where we could do it, but it's usually just because of connection issues, not actual not actual drama. Did they unblock each other already? If you had to play with that kid in the background, you'd lose for sure. Oh, they connected. They connected. We might actually get some matches. Chap. Nail biter. Hope this match is a nail biter. I'm gonna run out of nails. They keep disconnecting. Oh god. Simply bite your fingers when you run out of nails. Nah, it's just not the same, Azra, I'm sorry. So it seems that the invitation is like bugged with the lobby ID or something. You might get Silent and Nani first. Okay, they are back. They are back. Yeah, Silent is back, so we might get Silent versus Nani. Okay, so I think we're gonna watch Salak and Nani first. So I had these decks here ready for nothing. God damn. Now let's get Salak and Nani's decks. Oh, we love Butcher Circus, don't we? They just can't connect. Hello, Nodens. It's the guy that says hello, Chef, on every video. It's him. It's due to the IT issues yesterday. Oh, maybe. Could be. Simply kick your PC to fix issues. Exactly. Always works. Okay, Nani is up. He's up, he's ready. We could also have... Could also have Corolla versus Name Unavailable. That is also a possibility in the loser's bracket. Okay, I think they can play. You have a laptop. Kick it a little harder then. No, I meant a little less hard. Or else it's gonna be too much. There must be balance to it, you see. Okay, I think we're getting Corolla versus name unavailable. So let me get their deck set up. Oh, that is a very small deck. That is one tiny deck. So Name Unavailable was taken out by Silac in a very, very close best of 3. No, it's not that we can't make up our mind, it's that they can't just freaking get ready and walk in. I think they're all too nervous to actually start playing. They want someone else to go first. Can you put some Subway Surfers gameplay so I can focus on the matches? I did that for a video. You have that video. There's also satisfying videos on the right. Should I do that video again is the question. Do an entire live stream of that. Just do one more so your brain cells can fully be erased. Didn't I play against you when I did Subway Surfers? I think so. It has been a while, Austin Park, but yeah, I think it was you. You don't have any? You don't have any likes? No! Leave all the likes. Alright, Corolla versus name unavailable. I have changed it, haven't I? Maybe there's a bit of delay. Who's betting on the horse with no name? I mean, name unavailable, you gotta bet on it, right? If you were to bet on it, the chances that he'd actually win are quite small because he is in the loser's bracket, right? Let's have a look at the bracket again. So yeah, having a look at the bracket again, we are going to be watching Corolla versus name unavailable. So they are in the loser's bracket. Whoever wins this has to play against the loser of 9245 and Silak, and then they have to play again and again, and then they have to win another 2 times. So winning from here is very difficult, very freaking difficult, while whoever wins this is just really on the driver's seat. Being in the winner's side at this point is awesome, being on the loser's side, no, not so much. But it is definitely possible. I'm not sure if we've had it happen, someone winning from back here. But we've had people winning from the loser's bracket, just winning 2 best of 5s in a row. So we'll see if that happens again. Sussy ads on the left. 80 what 80. Sadly, challenge, you know, they gotta make some bucks too. Okay, this is good. So Corolla is about ready to start his match with name unavailable. Name unavailable has pressed ready, so we can see their teams, and I haven't analyzed them yet, so let's do that real quick. So Corolla has the Halo comp, he has Shep Stress, he has Salak's Broad, his own team, the Corolla Dodge, and he has Winter Bliss DOT. So he has 5 very competent teams, and a pretty fair share of DOT, stress, and damage. It's not too easy to just try to counterpick him, because he can play just about any of those. While none of the teams are like WD or something like that. It is definitely a good-looking deck that's going to be difficult to counterpick. Name unavailable has Oppressive Vestal, WD, Septic Tank, Immortal Musketeer, and Shep Stress 5. So 2 very defensive stress teams at the end, then a pretty defensive DOT team in the middle, and then he has 2 aggressive damage teams. One of them more you know, WD, so it's like all or nothing, while the Oppressive Vessel can kind of dance around a bit, use the puncture to try and break some guards. But I don't think that the Oppressive Vessel would be too much of a wise move in a situation like this, because there isn't really an Immortal Musketeer for it to try and counter, if that makes sense. But yeah, we are going into the match itself, so I'm gonna have to undeafen, I think, to hear the match. And yeah, let's get straight into it. So yeah, here we go, match 1. Do we now have sound? I don't believe we have sound. Corolla, are you playing without sound? It must be, because I don't have any sound. Hang on. Let's try it again. Well, it seems he's playing without sound, so let's get this back up and running. Get the music back up and running. It looks like it's going to be Winter Bliss DOT versus WD. So he just straight up brings out the WD name Unavailable, and honestly, highly respect it. I would probably do the same. And against the Winter Bliss Taunt, this is not an easy matchup for either, honestly, because WD has accuracy problems and it has problems dealing with regen. But it still does a hell of a lot of damage, and it's still going to be very difficult for Corolla to just keep his characters alive here. Now, fortunately for Corolla, he's getting quite lucky. He managed to resist the stun from that Manacles, and he managed to get the crit Adder's Kiss on the Crusader, and the Crusader misses the stunning blow on that Antiquarian. The player is playing incredibly fast. The Arbalist is just gonna go for a sniper shot, does some decent damage on the Jester, but there's regen on everyone, and there was an 80 resist, and that Crusader is just really having a bad time. He got hit with a crit Adder's Kiss, meaning that his entire health bar is gone in a few rounds, and he's also eating more stress. He's eating a bit more damage, he might be eating crits very soon. So it seems that what Corolla might be planning to do here is just to go for a take cover very shortly, and maybe even start threatening the finale against that Crusader. So there's going to be yet another sniper shot. The Jester is going down to 0. His 40 dodge doesn't appear to be mattering too much at the moment. He's going to regen out of this store. He is going to get a Harvest crit. Doesn't bleed the Crusader, so that's a bit unfortunate for Corolla. He does have the blood red coin, so he could have very well caught in the bleed, but he still gets a very juicy bleed on that Bounty Hunter. Now, of course, this is plan, shoot the Jester, and then go for Manacles after he regens, and go for the kill to finish him. Now, he might miss the finish him, which would be really unfortunate, but if he does manage to get the kill here also... Oh, why is the live stream so laggy? Is the live stream laggy for you as well? Yeah, it's laggy every now and then, but here goes a stunning blow, so the Flagellant isn't gonna get to act. What did the Antiquarian do, actually? I think she just went Festering Vapors, even though she's in position 1. She didn't bother to move back. Yeah, she didn't bother to move back, so she just went for the Festering Vapors all in one. Here comes to finish him, and very fortunately for Name Unavailable, he does manage to get the kill, because Corolla would have gone first. He would have been able to regen himself out of this store, and that would have been really, really bad. But thankfully for Name Unavailable, that doesn't happen. He manages to land the kill, which was a 78, and now all his characters are still alive. They're not in great shape, especially not that Crusader, but, you know, it's you have 2 healers, you have the Abomination to go for stuns, there's lots of things he can do. He's gonna try to go for a pull on the Jester Corpse, and he indeed gets it, making it so that Flagellant either has to move back, or the Antiquarian has to go for the takeover. Ends up deciding on the Antiquarian's own takeover. That Crusader's dropping to 0. Could he be planning to go for a stun? It's only a 35% chance, so I think that's highly unlikely. Yeah, completely froze for a bit there. Corolla's stream, but it seems to be going a lot better now, a lot smoother. So there's going to be Rain of Stars dropping onto the back, lots of DOT being dealt, but no characters really in any pressure of dying. With the Jester being gone means that there's not going to be a finale, which would just be really, really bad here, because it's a DOT team, right? DOT teams get their pressure spike by round 3, 4, sometimes 5, and that's when they get manage to get the death blows and equalize the characters and the character advantage and disadvantages. Now, sadly for Corolla, because he didn't get the Jester, he didn't get to just straight up win the match on the spot, basically, by having a character advantage as a DOT team. And now he's going to lose that Flagellant most likely, and he's going to be in a 2v4, and honestly, it's not a very good 2v4. The Crusader and the Arbalist are still alive, they're ready to go for heals, and there's not a lot of stress on there, just the tiniest bit of stress. There's still the Antiquarian, but the characters really aren't at too much of a risk of dropping to this store. Of course, it's going to be a lot harder for Name Unavailable to get the kills now, because he's going to have to go into the dodge, and, you know, it misses, naturally. But he's going to be able to heal with his other characters, and he's still going to be able to shoot, and if he manages to focus that Antiquarian down, which is what he really wants to do, if he kills the Antiquarian here, then there's just no way for Corolla to win anymore because the Shieldbreaker can't carry this in a 1v4, no, not even close. So surprisingly, that Arbalest is just gonna heal. She's not even gonna bother going for a sniper shot on the Antiquarian, which is very surprising to me because I thought they would just go for the shot on the Antiquarian, get some damage going, especially the way they went last, and that the Bounty Hunter wasn't even at this door. So I would have expected that, but yeah, it's round 5, very fast match overall, but those characters are getting close. Yeah, those characters are getting close to that sword. Crusader has to heal every turn here, basically. Not that he minds it too much, but, you know, it's not great either. Use the Crusader a bit early, meaning that the Fetching Vapors now will most likely drop that Bounty Hunter to 0, meaning that the Arbalest will have to heal the Bounty Hunter, so Unavailable will only get access to 2 of his rounds, but that's honestly most likely fine, because he's going to pull the Antiquarian and he's going to stun her as well. So yeah, he's trying to get some pressure here, going here, and he's not quite afflicted just yet. It's not a stress team that Corolla is playing. It does a bit of stress, but it just doesn't really do enough stress to call it a stress team or call the stress a win condition whatsoever. It's just not enough. So there's going to be a Manacles here. It lands onto that Antiquarian. Now she's stunned, she's marked, and she can't go for Protect Me anymore onto that Shield Breaker. So this is really getting dire for Corolla, because if this Antiquarian dies, it's essentially GG. You can't beat the Crusader on his heals. Even though it would take forever to kill that Shield Breaker, it's going to take, well, it's not going to take an amount of time. It's just never going to happen that the Shieldbreaker is going to be able to kill Name Unavailable's characters. So it goes for a heal on that Bounty Hunter. If a sniper shot into a finish him happens, this might just be GG. But I'm pretty sure Name Unavailable's characters are dropping to 0 here. So he decides against it, doesn't go for the shot into the finish him. I don't think he would have missed it, but he decides against it, plays it a bit safer, goes for the Manacles, gets the double stun on there because stun resistance is a lie, and now he's free to go for the finish him, and that is probably going to drop the Antiquarian to 0. Yeah, that's a crit. That's an Antiquarian at 0, alright. So yeah, the Antiquarian being at 0, no way to protect her. Almost all of Name Unavailable's characters are dropping to 0 here. Yeah, almost all of them, apart from that Bounty Hunter, but it just isn't enough. It just isn't enough. The Antiquarian is just going to die here on the guaranteed chance to finish him. The Crusader is then going to heal, the Arbalest is going to heal, and then it's a 4v1, and there just isn't anything that Corolla is going to be able to do, so he's going to lose match 1 with the Winter Dot to the WD. So let's see what they're going to whip out on the match number 2. Also, I don't feel like this is lobby time. Let's change songs. It's Jover. It's Jover for Corolla, unfortunately. So yeah, that is going to be 1 win for Name Unavailable, and Corolla is 1 match away from being dropped out of the tournament. Yeah, it should be quite strong into the UT. Yeah, it is just quite strong to the UT teams. I mean, it's just strong overall. It's just strong overall. Even with the regen, even with that flash on resisting the stun, he was just able to take control of the match and just go on from there. So it looks like we're going straight into a match number 2. So here we go. I saw the team that Corolla was picking, and spoiler alert, it's his team. He's playing the Corolla Dodge, and it's going to be Corolla Dodge versus Oppressive Vestal. So this is basically the archetype of the kind of team that Corolla plays versus the actual team that Corolla should be playing, which is the Oppressive Vestal. Has the Crusader, has the Vestal for those heals, and very interesting setup there on that Crusader. He has the Smite instead of having a Zealous or even Bulwark. And the Vestal has only 1 stun trinket, not 2, so she will have much better heals. Oh, fails the pull on the Vestal on that 20%. The Vendetta immediately being dropped onto the Grave Robber because she's one of the dodgiest characters. I think Corolla's pissed. Oh, Corolla's pissed! Corolla is very pissed. 80 chance to hit Vendetta. Nope, 80 to pull Vestal. Yeah, you're gonna pass your turn, Corolla. You're gonna pass your turn. Focus on the match. He failed the 80% to stun your flash on the previous round. He did fail that. So you can't really argue too much. But yeah. Now he has to focus someone down here. That Shieldbreaker has both the aggressive trinkets actually. She does not have Serpent Sway. And we see a lot of the Chinese players do this. They just completely disregard the defensive trinkets on the Shieldbreaker because she's not going to be the target anyway against the damage teams, right? Because she can just go Serpent Sway once and she's basically not targetable consistently by the damage teams. And the stress teams are going to stress her out anyway with the transforms and all that. So there's just going to be an immediate flare here to get rid of that stun onto the Grave Robber. But I have to believe that after that happens, there's just going to be an immediate stunning blow on her again and drop her to Death Star. But it looks like he ends up having different ideas and just goes for a, what do you call it, just goes for an expose there, or rather maybe not an expose, no, but he did move back, so it had to be an expose onto that Grave Robber. Now she's gonna get stunned again on a very likely chance of being stunned there, but she's not quite dropping to this star. I still think going for the stunning blow into those sorts of moves would have been superior, but this Grave Robber is not looking good. She might get hit with a smite here. She might indeed get hit with a smite. That smite only has 90 accuracy, but yeah, looks like that's not going to be the case. And now the Crusader just left to kind of really not do anything. Really. He can go for a stun on the Higher Man, but I mean, the Higher Man will just click and it will be fine for him. He can go for a stun on the Shieldbreaker, and he does land it. He goes for the 50-50 on the Shieldbreaker and gets it, so the Shieldbreaker is not going to be a problem for a good while. And now he has a 50-50 of getting the kill against that Grave Robber. He's going to go for it with the Duelist Advance. He does not get the 50-50. There is yet hope. Corolla is not yet lost. He can still game on with this Grave Robber. You can go for a big heal on her with Yarbles. Sadly, it's not a big heal, it's mineral. Even with the Medic's full plate, but it is looking playable. There's going to be a puncture, not too much damage. The Grave Robber is going to go back, probably Shadow Fade here back to safety, and he has to get some work done because that Vestal has taken a bit of damage, but he's not really in the process of getting a kill anywhere. She heals herself. I knew it was coming because she got the crit and she has the healing trinket, so she can heal herself for 23 HP. And here's the problem with Corolla's team. All of his characters, they work very well together, they're all very cohesive, and you know, this one goes in, does like 10 damage, this one goes in, does like 15 damage, this one goes in, does another 10 damage, and they all attack most of the positions, they're all very good on the offense, they're very good at dealing with small heals, but dealing with a big heal like that, you don't have an Arbalist to crit sniper shot after a heal like that, and there's just nothing done. There's really just nothing done for Corolla here, it feels, with that big heal coming through from the Vessel. So this just has to be a complete counterpick that has gone down. Buckle doing God's work. Is it? Didn't he resist? Didn't he get stunned? Didn't he get stunned anyway? Yeah, I don't know. Buckle is just... I don't know. I can't go for Buckle. Generally, I don't think it's worth it. Goes for the stunning blow. Does he get it this time again? He does! The Shieldbreaker gets stunned once more. The 50 dodge just non-existent. Goes for yet another Duelist Advance on the Vessel. A fair bit of damage being dealt, honestly. She's already down to a non-comfortable amount of HP. He goes for the Divine Comfort. He just has a healing Vessel and he's just healing. Oh, but the lunge actually does do enough damage. So yeah, if she is in the front, there is a crit lunge to bring her down to 0 immediately. And that is indeed what happens, especially considering how the Grave Robber was at her Shadow Fate peak. So it looks like the Vestal is going to click here, which it means that she's just going to go for Divine Comfort, and now the players have to make kind of a choice. Corolla can kind of all in and try to kill this Vestal, or he can go for yet another Shadow Fade. But if he goes Shadow Fade, he still gets hit by that Higher Man. Oh? Wait, he's not talking to, what do you call it? He's not talking to his opponent, he's talking to us. That's why he's typing there. He's actually talking to us. Goes for the sniper shot, and it looks like he is going to gamble on it. I mean, now there's a bit of an interesting decision here for both players to make, because this Higher Man can either go for the kill with the Wicked Slice, or he can go for the kill with the Duelist Advance. He goes for the kill with the Duelist Advance and does not get it, but the reason he went for it is because going for that kill with the Duelist Advance means that the enemy can't go for the kill with the Wicked Slice. So if you Wicked Slice, your enemy can Wicked Slice, but if you go Duelist, your enemy can go Duelist as well. And I think this is a better move for the opponent overall, for Name Unavailable, because he had already failed one Death Door check on that Grave Robber, and he still had one more turn to be aggressive with that Shieldbreaker. So even if he didn't get the kill on the 65, he could potentially get the kill anyway, and he just crit heals the Divine Grace! And it's just, it's full HP again! It's full HP again! There's just nothing has happened this entire match! He's full HP, Corolla has gotten nothing, zero pressure, the Shieldbreaker dropping to this door, and it's just, what can be done? What can be done? Vestal is OP, Vestal is OP. I mean, Sergi has a Vestal as well. Sergi has a Vestal. To all the oppressive Vestal doubters, it's back. It is freaking back. That was crazy. That was absolutely insane. And yeah, Name Unavailable is going to take that 2-0. A solo healer damage team moment. Yeah, nothing done in 6 rounds. It's insane. From just the Vestal healing. And I mean, out of the Vestal turns, she used the Divine Grace, she used 2 Comforts, and she used another Divine Grace. Out of the 6 turns that she used, 4 of them were heals. Because she had that healing trinket. That's just something a lot of people just don't do when they play Oppressive Vessel. They just go double stun, mindlessly. But the damage team with the healing trinket on the Vessel, probably just predicting that Corolla would play one of his damage teams. Just being absolutely huge here. So yeah, now we should get Salak versus Nani245. So let me get that set up. Yeah, she must have healed like 100 HP total. She really must have. So I was going to sleep through it like all the other videos, but hell, that was intense. It was. Okay, Salak is ready. Unsure if Nani245 is ready. Looks like Nani will be the one streaming. So let me get both their decks up in here as well. Oh, it's a bit to the right. There we go. Oh, Nani's deck's a bit small. A bit on the smaller side. So yeah, those are their decks. And I think they're getting ready to connect and begin streaming. So yeah, let's have a look at the decks real quick, and then I'll take a very short break. So yeah, Nani's deck, he has WD, he has the Salak Prot, he has the Oppressive Arbalest, so not Oppressive Vestal, but the Oppressive Arbalest. He has Jester WD, and he has Septic Tank, so 5 very competent teams. And Salak also has WD, he also has Septic Tank, he also has Salak Prot, he has Alo Comp instead of Jester WD, and he has the Immortal Musketeer instead of the Oppressive Arbalest. So the decks they're both very similar in a way. It's only the final team being the Oppressive Arbalest versus the Immortal Musketeer that just looks entirely different. But the decks are quite similar. But I have to say, Salak is very good at all those teams in his deck, and I haven't seen Nani play all the teams in his deck. But I've seen him play 2 of them, and he played them quite well. So we'll see. Salak ran out of time. He did run out of time. He did run out of time. He posted his deck at the last minute available. So if Andy posted it 1 second later, he would not be in the tournament. Basically. Oh, not 1 second, but like 1 minute later. He posted it at the very last minute. Imagine if his internet just decided not to work for like a minute or two. He would have posted it past the deadline, he wouldn't have been able to let him in. So yeah, it would have been crazy. But we'll be starting soon. And I'll be right back after a short break. Hello again. Wow, you stream Shep. Very rarely. I would have skipped work if I'd have known. Don't skip work for my live streams, please, but I'll take that as a compliment. Internet going abusive. Salak going for risky play before tournament even started. Yeah, exactly. It paid off though. It pays off. I think the reason he took so long was mostly because he was trying to pick which teams, and also so he wouldn't get counterpicked. So even though you don't know who you're going up against, it is good to have a deck that isn't gonna get countered by everyone, I suppose. Well, the rest of y'all enjoyed Butcher Circus, I'm off. Well, nice to have had you around, Orlando. See ya. My friend Fry would beat all of y'all. Hey, next tournament, invite your friend Fry. We're gonna deep fry him. Oh dear, 9245 is booting up the Circus, but it takes sometimes it takes him like 10 minutes. And Silent Stream is god awful.